Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.
Sun is rising, feel the warmth on my face. There's a lot to do now, but there ain't no race. I sip my coffee, I'm feeling fine. No need to work yet, I'm gonna take my time. It's a brand new day, gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way. It's a brand new day. Gotta take it on my way. Gotta take it on my way.
Good evening. Welcome to WSBI, your Resource for Success podcast program, where you get to meet inspiring women-owned businesses from across the country. My name is Kimberly McLemore, and I am your host. With us, we have Natacha Goree, founder and owner of Natacha Goree Company.
Hello,
Welcome,
good
Natacha.
evening.
Hi, how are you?
Oh,
Hello, how are you?
good. I'm really good. Hello?
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I can hear you pretty good there. Our connection is good. Are you okay? Can you hear me on the other end? Hello?
I can.
Okay, perfect. All righty then.
Hello?
So-
Can you hear me?
I can.
Good.
Yeah. We're going to get this right so everything is good. I got you. I got you. So just wanted to say hello and welcome again. And just if you want to take a couple of minutes, Natasha, you want to tell the listeners a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, sure. My name is Natacha Goree. I am born and raised in Buffalo, New York, but I have done a lot of travels. I have two sons, Nicholas and Nolan. They are 16 and 14. And I am proud to say that I'm a full-time entrepreneur, and I'm excited to share with everyone how we got started, and as well as maybe shine some light and connect some dots for someone who's starting themselves.
Okay, all right. I know I am excited. I have had the privilege of going through and reviewing everything on your websites and through Facebook, and I am just truly excited to learn more about your journey and how you got started into this business and why you decided. So before we kind of jump into all of that, I want you to tell me, first of all, what inspired you to decide to go into business, into the field that you're in, and then go ahead and tell me a little bit about the business itself.
Honestly, I was good at a lot of things, but I just didn't want to. I didn't want to do it according to someone else's time. They tell you when to go to lunch. They tell you when you can use your phone. They tell you when you can. Some companies tell you when you can go use the restroom. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just kind of tired of it. So I took a look at my 401k and crunched some numbers.
Okay.
And I quit. I quit. I did. I quit my job. I quit my job. I cashed in my 401k and that to, furnished and fixed my credit and put into my business. And I joined some network marketing companies. Some I had success with, some I did not.
Mm-hmm.
And learned and really just like self-taught myself to just stay educational about everything. So I'm always looking into social media, how it's advancing, and as well as just a researcher, in regards to credit building, for small businesses, getting grants, not being an expert in any of those fields, because I do not have any of those certifications, but I definitely learned to connect the dots along the way.
Okay.
Listening to other coaches, reading and, making sure I read a lot of it's not necessarily on YouTube, so,
Mm-hmm.
and in doing all of that, I was able to save and build my credit as well as my business credit. And then I, just kept purchasing LLCs along the way. If I have an idea and a name for that idea is sent to me, I'll LLC it and purchase the domain right away, whether or not I'm actually going to invest in it completely in that time. So just so
Right.
that I own the name of it,
Right.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's important to me. I try to explain to everybody, you want to legally own something, whether you work for MLM, whether are, doesn't matter what you're doing, you want to legally have your name attached to something that you're doing, because we should be earning the tax benefits just like, everyone else. That is how the system is built. It is built for us actually to be business owners.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I
Okay.
believe.
I agree with you on that. I'm going to let you get yourself together because I know you're trying to keep from coughing. So I had a couple other things I wanted to mention. I'm like, this poor thing is trying to get through this interview and you're putting this, the cough won't go away. But the one thing I like what you just said is you talked about the 401k. It amazes me how many people don't even know what a 401k is. And for you to take something that you were saving as your retirement, and that's what most people use it for down the road in life. And, because people tell you, oh, you take it out, you're going to have all these penalties. Yes, absolutely. You will have penalties. But if you're utilizing it for something beneficial as starting your own business, I think that is a fabulous idea. And a lot of people wouldn't think that way. The fear of saying, oh my gosh, I'm taking my money out. That's supposed to be for my future. Well, we don't know what our futures look like. And so at the end of the day, for you to, make that move, you absolutely had to have faith. And I love that about you. You literally said, you know what?
Yes.
I'm not doing this anymore. And you got to be excited about that. You really do. That's called true passion. That is really called true passion, what you've done.
Yeah.
And
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm always excited about talking with women or just people in general about their passion. And I think a lot of people don't believe that they have it. And each and one of us, every one of us have it. It's just how to find it. Like you said, when you somebody's telling you basically, like you said, when you got to go to the bathroom to some degree, or when you can get up and go take a break, or how long that break's going to be. That is what life is about when you are working for other people. Because at the end of the day, you are truly fulfilling their dreams, but you're not fulfilling yours. And
Absolutely.
And so I applaud anyone who has the guts to get up and do what you did. So tell me more though about the name of the business and what are the services that you provide. When I kind of reviewed, you talk a lot about the community crowdfund services. I believe you're also an author. You have some other things going on. So tell me and the listeners about all of this.
Okay, so let's see, where should I start? Because it was a long journey. It wasn't it wasn't as simple as I make it sound. I had to learn these things. I'm just going to give out a quick little tip really quickly before I get into that. If you do decide to use your 401k, and yes, you will receive a penalty, but if you invest wisely in something that's already creating revenue, you'll be able to pay that percentage back the following year. So technically, there is no penalty, because you'll be able to pay yourself back and then some.
Right.
So that's just a little tidbit for that.
No, that's actually very good.
Because when you mentioned that, I just
Yeah, and
So
you're right. I didn't
I
think about that piece, but you're absolutely right that there is the return on investment, and that's really what you did.
right.
I'm sorry. Go
Yes.
ahead.
No, that's okay. I started with an MLM, a couple of MLMs. I do travel work. I put travel packages together, international travel packages together for people, with help. I have help right now, so this is not, it's a lot different from when I first started, but, I did travel package for people. I also show people how to get wine, if you drink wine on a regular basis, to acquire it in bulk. monthly to your house with, and how to get it free shipping. And
Wow.
then that's with my wine and travel events. So Natasha Goree and Company,
Mm-hmm.
Natasha Goree, of course, that is my name, and company is my board is my children and my mother. So it's I have them on there so that they can, because I'm the only business owner in my family, so I just have them on there so that they can see what the journey is like. Because
Okay.
my mother is retired from General Motors. She's been working all of her life. She has been an
Mm-hmm.
awesome provider.
Mm-hmm.
And my father was the same way, but they did not, invest in themselves in a way where they would have their own business.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's been interesting to see her point of view on all of this along the way. She still thinks I should get a job. It's kind of hilarious. Me and my sister laugh about it.
Uh-huh.
Um
Well,
so from there, I decided
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
to, like, with all the knowledge that I acquired, I just decided to kind of smash it into a real quick how-to book. It's called The Single Mother's Guide to Building a Business in 30 Days. And I basically just give you the breakdown. What is a
Mm-hmm.
DBA? What is an LLC? How to get started? How about writing the vision down and making the vision extremely plain, even if you have to say day 1, day 2, day 3,
Mm-hmm.
just so that you can mentally get points of it done. And it does not have to be in the order that you wrote it down.
Right.
Information like that, information like, well, it's in an ebook form, so I can continuously update
Mm-hmm.
it with all the new technology and things like that is coming out. So it talks about app usage, how to use your social media as leverage,
Mm-hmm.
building an email list, things like that. Some things that certain business owners, when they first get started, they don't necessarily know. They don't have anyone to show them the back end of actually building a business. There's a
Absolutely.
difference between, you make mittens and you sell them to your friends and family, as opposed to you having an LLC attached to that, reaping the tax benefits by
Mm-hmm.
knitting those things in your home and being able to write off things like your lights, the square footage in your home that
That's
you
right.
knit those mittens in, all the
Mm-hmm.
things like that. So it kind of, gives you that kind of breakdown in the book. And then I also have a business called Natasha Tax that I'm revamping right now. We have stores on Amazon, Etsy, Shopify, as well as eBay. And
Okay.
I resell clothing, I print t-shirts, accessories, jewelry, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon Prime Day was really nice to me today. Thank you, Lord, for that.
Oh, I
That is a
know.
true blessing.
Yes, yes. Prime Day. Whew.
I was like, how awesome is this interview on Amazon Prime Day? I feel so blessed right now. I have no idea. You have no idea, Kimberly. You have no idea.
Oh, that's great. That's great. But I'm listening to you, and you sound more like what we call a serial entrepreneur. You're not just a single company. You have several different things that you have going on within your company, and so you have what
Yes.
they call income streams that most people don't really consider. And I've noticed that a lot of the women that I've interviewed here recently, I mean, I think I've interviewed like 30 or 40 women, and a lot of you are on this thing of, hey, I don't just do one thing. I am a serial entrepreneur. I know how to bring in different streams of income. And that is so important with the way today's environment it is. So you're not really just depending on, oh, if I don't get this one thing here, like for instance, I have a membership program. So, if I have to worry about just getting one membership per day, I'm not going to make it. You have different opportunities there to provide more income to yourself, and I think that's amazing that more and more people who are coming into business are starting to pick up that aspect and realize that this is the way the world is run today, and this is the way businesses ran today. And even though people have been doing it for years, it seemed like kind of like the hidden secret, and now all of a sudden everybody is doing it.
Yes.
So I like that aspect. So I'm sorry, go ahead and finish what you were talking about with your businesses.
Yes. And just to kind of add to that, what you were saying, that, everyone should have a digital product, a
Mm-hmm.
physical product, and a reciprocal product, something that will continue on and on until the time, like toilet paper. Who's not going to not always purchase toilet paper unless, something else happens that you can invest in. where we won't need toilet paper. I don't know when that will be, but I'm just, you know, like, you know, just invest in something that you know will stand the test of time, and then that can be a great residual for yourself or your children. You'll be able to hand that down. You know, I'm not an accountant, but, you know, these are things that you should be at least asking or inquiring about with your accountant, so that way you can invest your money in different ways, even if you're not going to build a business. You know, there's a lot of things about investing and as an individual that people should know, that a lot of people did not know, that I did not know that.
Right.
So,
but like you said, it's a learning curve,
I have
and
been,
you've learned this on the way.
yes,
As when you decided that, hey, you know, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it on my own, and whether right or wrong, you've stepped out in there and you've researched it. You know, you're saying, hey, this can be done, that can be done, and as you've grown, you understand that whole process, and so the knowledge you've gained, and that's why I tell people every day and that are trying to start a business or already in business, we don't have to reinvent the wheel. There are too many knowledgeable women out here,
truly.
you know, or women in business who can provide this information. And that's truly what I love about my organization, because this is what we do. This is what I want, is that I have all these wonderful women in business, and what we do is we provide resources. We're providing resources to each other as well as to those who are aspiring to become an entrepreneur, because there's no reason that you have to go out here and be alone and you have to reinvent the wheel. There's always somebody else who has that information available for you to become successful. So you are doing it, girl. I am proud of you, because I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm just learned 3 new things today. I like the fact that you talked about that, the basically having those 3 aspects. And could you repeat those 3 aspects again? Because I think those are very important things that those who are going into business need to have. And even if you're already in business, you know, should be able to add on to these in time as a business owner.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. You need to have a digital product, a reciprocal product, something that will stand the test of time, that will just reinvest in itself, that you don't have to look at consistently every day to keep track of, something like that. And then you need a physical product, something people can purchase, put their hands on.
Okay,
a book,
right.
clothing, you know,
Right.
something that people can actually feel through their fingers about you and your brand and your company, whether you're building one or multiple. It applies, you know. So I tell everybody, if you're even if you're with an MLM, you know, it's still possible, in ways that you can get it done. You just have to learn the company regulations and rules and about branding and social media and linking yourself to their brand and things like that.
Absolutely.
You know, a lot of people don't look into the matrix. Matrix are great. You know, most of them really have pretty decent matrix.
Yeah,
but it's the back end work, you know, in regards to how you're connected to the brand and how you can use the brand and things like that. When you learn those things, you can absolutely, you know, reach the top with the MLM. It's
right, absolutely, yeah.
And
like
your list and things like that, those are all important. But you know, that's just important in business. Here, you know, everyone should have a great email list. They'll even if it is a great 20 people. Those great 20 people, those supporters of yours, as long as you're pouring into them, they will continue to pour it into you. So focus, you know, a lot of us focus on the bigger number. I need 100. Oh, I need 200. I need, you know, instead of, and just if you get 20, if you get good 20, you know, or so, or 30 people, whatever in your corner, you work with those people and make sure that the customer service stays great with those people. And I promise you, because they will eventually tell somebody, even if it's not the first time they use your service or the second time they use your service, as long as they have a great experience each time they do, they are going to tell somebody.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yes. And that's one of my pet peeves is good customer service. It just seems to be something that is going away day in and day out. I mean, you know, you can't even go to a restaurant and expect.
And you know, it's not a hard thing to do, though. People
exactly.
Make it such a. I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, that's
but
okay.
Yeah, people make it to seem like it's such a hard thing to do. It's really not. It really is about just answering their questions, getting back to them, and of some sort. It does not have to, you do not have to bend over completely backwards for whomever, but I'm just saying, you know, a lot of us don't handle rejection well, or whatever, bad, we just don't handle bad energy well. Some of us don't handle, I'll say it that way.
Right.
You know.
Right.
And if you you know, but it's, and I mean, it's okay, you know what I'm saying? We all have frustration. We're human. It's, you know, I am guilty of it. You know, I would dare not say I'm not, but I'm just saying, you know, if you work on the response instead of the reaction.
That's right. Absolutely.
Then I promise it'll be a lot better for you.
Right, right. And well, I think the big part that people forget about being in business, and I've said this before in the past, that when we decided to come into business, we asked for this. You know, nobody said, go out there and start a business. You know, you decided to come into business, you have a responsibility. And it's not just to yourself, you have a responsibility to everybody that surrounds you and everybody that comes to you as a customer. So the customer service has to be pristine at all times. Even when we're having a bad day, you know, we don't want to feel like dealing with anybody. At the end of the day, we asked for this. You know, we said we got better products, we got better services, come to us. So you have to show that. And, you know, like you said, it doesn't have to be hard, but people make things hard. And then they don't understand why you don't want to do business with them anymore. You know, if this is how you're going to respond, I can just go around the corner to somebody else that's doing the same thing you're doing. You know, so the customer service is definitely a priority. And as you said, that people will continue to come to you a little at a time. Sometimes they come out you all at once, but at the end of the day, as long as they're happy and you're continuing to provide them what they need, you'll always be in business. So I think that's important. So, but we've talked a lot about all some of the good things that you've kind of gone through in this process of being a business owner. Talk about some of the challenges that you face.
What? Everything. Like, oh shoot, my lights almost got cut off. Man, me and my kids have been through some things, you know, and it was my and you, oh my goodness. It was my mother. My mother was like, you know, I was like, Mom, I'm just gonna come home for like 3 months. I just need 3 months. You know, because I was gonna bang out the phones, get back to where I was, and she let me come home. And 3 months after that, my father got ill. And he just passed away.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
In October, last October. So I'm trying to, give me a second. And then so from there, I just continued to build. I gave some, you know, I do events as well, you know, with wine and travel events. So I had a couple of events. I just did a 4th of July event. I did red, white, and blue wine. That was so nice. We had so much fun. And what I do is I pair international wines with the destinations that they're from. I'm sorry, I'm kind of getting off track.
No, it's okay. It's okay. You're doing fine. You're doing fine. No, please, but you don't apologize. And I'm definitely sorry to hear about your loss with your father. And you're human. You know, it's okay. So just keep doing what you're doing. We're fine. Just take a minute if you need a minute, sweetie. It's okay.
Yeah. So, after that, I just continued to build on the business. That's when I got my first commission with the travel agency that I was with. And then I just returned that into, well, not the complete amount. I took a portion of it and put it back into the business. And then the other portion I took into, you know, working on getting assistants. That's when I got my first 2 assistants. You know, shout out to Dean and Mara. They hold me down. And I appreciate them. because I be all over the place.
Right.
And
Well,
they
yeah,
keep
because
me
you got a
together.
lot going on. So,
So,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, but they help keep everything aligned for me, and I truly, truly, truly appreciate them. Thank you, God, for those two. And then from there, I just continue to just refocus every day and stay on schedule.
Right.
Even though I have multiple business, my assistants, the way they send me information keeps me on a schedule, so that way, I'm still um it's still a job. People don't
Right.
understand that you still have to work. There's no secret sauce or fairy dust that's going to come down and everything is going to be all right. You say it to yourself over and over again. You have to actually put action to it if you want it to see fruition. So even if it's just filling out the form and sending it in, or just purchasing the pans now, even if you're not using them right now, but you have the spare money to do so. Little things. You don't have to do it exactly like the list is, or how there's just no one way. You know what I mean?
Right.
There's
Right.
no one way. You don't even know what that one thing is going to be. Stuff on eBay and Amazon for a very long time, and with like one or two items, and then I watched some pros, I read some books, and I went to and I invested. You have to invest in yourself too. You got to learn the knowledge
That's right. That's right.
so that you can go bigger, because nobody's going to sit down with you and give the whole the whole how to build your business, because it is yours. It is your passion.
Absolutely.
It is connected to you, so you have to get out.
Right. Right.
Absolutely, you have to play it out.
Right. Because what?
So,
Right.
but I also, mhm.
Yeah, well, I was going to say that
I
basically
was
that.
saying,
No, no, that's
I
okay.
was
I was just
saying,
thinking that what you were saying about how you have to, beyond the investment, that at the end of the day, what you're talking about is that, hey, you have your passion and what you're providing and what other people learn coming into business is that you still have to understand the basics. Once you get beyond the basics and the everyday things of running a business, if you don't continue to build it, you never, you won't last. You won't be able to be as successful as you want to be. So, like you said, you have to get up every day and make that decision of how you're going to move forward. What am I going to do today? It's not just, you're not on a vacation. You just don't make your little bit of money and then
right.
set aside for a while and think that's going to last. You have to continue to grow so that you can, reach the goals that you want to reach and continue that success that you want to reach. Because I think a lot of times people misconstrue that, oh, I made a big chunk of change, I don't have to do anything for a while. Well, you still have a whole other responsibilities that come with that chunk of change, if you're not bringing in other residual revenue behind that. So, even if you are, like say, you don't want to continue just to sit there and do nothing, you have to think about what needs to be done and day in and day out. And, being that you are pretty much a solopreneur as well, you got a lot on your shoulders. And even though you may have assistants, you're being the head of the table, so to speak. Your thought process is what makes this business run and makes your company what it is today. So that's what I was trying to think about when you were talking. So let me chime in there just for a second. So, but
No, yeah, no, that's fine.
yeah, but but like I said, I just love to hear these stories and the things that you're doing and what you women are accomplishing every day. There's always somebody out here that's gonna think like you, wants to be like you, but just doesn't know how to take that first step or doesn't know what to do with the step once they do take it. So it's always a blessing and to have all of this knowledge that's running around, and there's so much of it, and it's almost overwhelming. Even when I talk to you women every day and realize that, my goodness, if we just all came together as one, we can continue to run this world the way it should be. We just don't understand
absolutely.
how powerful we really are until you really start to learn and break down all of those pieces that come with it. But with all of this stuff, we've talked about some successes, we've talked about some of the challenges and all the other things. What one great piece of advice would you provide any woman today who's decided that they want to come into business?
Do it. Absolutely do it. Stop doubting yourself. Stop second guessing and just do it. Save up the money, however you got to save up the money, and do it. Buy the LLC, buy the domain, whatever it is you're thinking about, whatever it is you've been wanting to do, do it. Do it, do it, do it.
That's
It is
right.
absolutely worth it every step of the way. Reach out to your sisterhood from wherever, if it's on Facebook, groups you're in, it doesn't matter what kind of group you're in. I guarantee you, if you reach out and say, I'm starting a business, I'm doing this, can anybody or show me something, one sister at least will come forward and see where you're at and try to help you. I can promise you that. Hopefully if you're in a nice, friendly group, that should work out for you. But there is always somebody in the small business world willing to help and willing to guide.
Hello?
So you have to, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I did. You just tapped
Hello?
out just for a second, so I was just trying to. You were saying that there's always somebody else willing to guide and help you, is what you were saying at the end. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're
Yes.
absolutely
Never
right.
be afraid to ask for help.
That's
Doesn't
right.
matter where you're starting. Never be afraid to ask for help. A lot of us have a huge pride thing with us. We don't want to ask for help. We don't want anyone to know more than us. I guarantee you,
Oh, yes.
there's
yes.
something that you know that other person doesn't know.
That's right.
So caring and sharing is important. Knowledge, business building, and stay focused. But absolutely do it. Yeah, absolutely do it.
All right, that's a great piece of advice, and all the information you provided this evening has been fabulous. So, how can our listeners get a hold of you? They want to reach out, they want to learn more. Tell us where we can find you.
Oh, I am Natacha Goree on every social media platform, and it's NATACHAGOREE. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Meevee, Busker, Live.tv. I am on, I think I said Twitter already, right?
Yes.
You get it? I am on every social media platform as Natacha Goree. And you can reach out to me there, or you can send me an email at info@NatachaGoreeandCompany.net. Yes, I know it's long, but it's mine.
There you go. I mean, hey, you could end a better way. Okay, absolutely. That is the key to this business. It is all about you, and it's all yours. And what you're providing, like I said, is phenomenal, and you should be very proud of yourself. I mean, I just love, like I said, hearing these stories and being able to have the privilege to sit down and you guys be a part of my show, and I just love it. So I just want to say thank you for coming on tonight. Do you have any last words that you would like to say?
Thank you so much for having me, Kim. This has been awesome. I'm sorry. I think I'm cutting you off.
No, I'm fine now. I asked for the last word, so it's good. We're fine.
I was just going to say thank you so much for having me on. It's always an honor when people out, completely outside of my circle step up to me and they see the work that I've done. So I can feel I don't know, it's just like a stepping stone for me, so that I know that I'm on the right track, which is a great feeling. This show is awesome. I can't wait to hear the playback on it, and so much success and blessings to you, my sister. This has been an awesome day.
Thank you. Like I said, it's my pleasure. And again, I definitely want to thank you for coming on tonight and talking about your story and sharing all of the information and the resources. I mean, it's been a privilege. For everyone else, I want to explain that you can hear this. You will hear it on what we call Spreaker, is where you can follow us on, and you can find that at www.spreaker.com/user/WSBI. When you go to Spreaker, all we ask is that you guys hit the like icon and become a follower. That is very important for this program, and also it's important for the other ladies that we're interviewing, because we want to be heard all across the country. We're trying to grow this program, and this is a great opportunity to do this with. Also, as far as hearing the program, we're here every Thursday evening at 7 p.m. and you want to learn more about the Women's Small Business Initiative, please go to www.wsbillc.com. You can also find us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. But until then, you all have a wonderful evening. Again, thank you so much for your time. It is much appreciated. Good night.